Oh, hey, yo, how's it going? So, I just want to make this video since I'm pretty sure this new incoming Memory of Chaos is going to have newer enemies. This video is being posted on Monday when Memory of Chaos has already released, but the recording time has been before that. And if I'm right, I'm scared. Because by that logic, the new enemies being the Wraith Warden and the Automaton, I forget the name, but like it was like Envoy, Automaton Spectral Envoy is going to be now part of Memory of Chaos. Similarly to how they did with the IPC staff leader, now it's very likely that the new enemies will be a part of the endgame content. And let me tell you, I am horrified. And you might be wondering why. Well, the main reason is because these enemies are absolutely horrifying to deal with, right? For example, the staff leader, right? The IPC individuals, their gimmick was strength in numbers. Especially because that guy, the squad leader, would take their inspiration stacks over and over and over again, and he would make his allies weaker in order to make his own attack much stronger and much more horrifying, which is a fun mechanic, right? Especially when you have to deal with low enemies. It's annoying, of course, but like it has its enjoyment if you know how to like play around it, and like team building. It's genuinely a lot of fun, right? However, these new enemies are a little bit different in my opinion, right? Because their gimmick is crowd control. And I feel like when the gimmick of an enemy is crowd control, it kind of kills the fun a little bit. I'm not saying that it's a bad game design, but it is more rage quit inducing than a big stat stick beating you. Because at least against a big stat stick, you can plan around better. And I know that technically speaking for crowd control, you can plan around better by building more effect resistance. Nonetheless, I'm horrified for the future of my characters because I know that I'm not built like that. Especially because these characters have a weakness to physical. And my game plan, my brilliant game plan was I'm gonna bring Clara in, which, wants to be attacked, but then I realized that, these enemies apply reverberations, and if I get fucked by it, she gets stunned, and she never gets a turn again, because for some reason, the reverberation debuff says, oh hey, if you get hit again by any source, you enter strong reverberation. Which, you want to know what it does? Oh, I'll tell you what it does. It immediately stuns you and delays your action by 70%. It is a massive debuff, and I have seen my Clara literally be at 90 speed minus 63. Yes, my Clara literally was never gonna move ever again, and I was traumatized, horrified, and to be fair, I just needed to cleanse it, but still, it is not great. Because, let me put it like this, right? On paper, it sounds simple, because it's like, oh, you get stunned for one turn. How hard is that of a debuff, right? You just lose the turn, you'll be able to play it out later. However, that is if you get your turn to begin with, because you get so delayed, so far behind, that you could easily just get fucking one-tapped in a singular go. It is absolutely horrifying. And mind you, this is not a rant on, crowd control or debuffs on us, because I do feel like overcoming debuffs is very fun. It is hard depending on the team comp, of course, especially in a gacha game, but it is enjoyable to try to overcome those hurdles. And I'm pretty sure they built, these enemies like this because they need excuses for us to run some of the new healers, such as huohuo, that has essentially a cleanse at the beginning of every character's turn, or Linked, that has the mass AoE clear that lets you cleanse everybody, especially because if most of your party members are slow reverberated or even hard reverberated, she can still cleanse that debuff out of them and let them move faster in the end of the day. But it is still scary. I feel like if I was playing Natasha, I would be fucked, but to be fair, that's because my Natasha is very underleveled. I know I'm gonna suffer if I bring Japard, so that game plan's way out of field, because I know for a fact that I would have loved to bring him in, but I know I'm gonna get absolutely wrecked. And not to mention that you know, these last few enemies, well, excluding the IPC, have had the crowd control kind of gimmicks. Since the swarm disaster can also be applied to this concept. And I say this mainly because, well, we know what the swarm disaster enemies are. They are the lesser sting, the young sting, I think that's what the little ones are called, and the true sting, the three big enemies that are absolutely obnoxious to deal with, but they're also focused on debuffing you. Because they're like, hey, strengthen numbers and we're gonna give you damage over time. That's gonna be wind shear, so it's gonna stack up to 5 times and we're gonna make your life absolute hell. So be ready to get absolutely destroyed, because if you breathe wrong, you're going to die. Yeah, no, I just have nothing else to say. I'm using this video also low-key as a rant of my frustrations fighting these enemies, but I do want to clarify once again that I've been having fun beating these enemies, even if I have been... The word is escaping me right now. Would you say that this is Stockholm Syndrome? Because I think it is Stockholm Syndrome. Anyways, no, I genuinely adore like all these fights, and it's been absolutely hilarious trying to think of team comps, especially because sometimes I feel like I'm underprepared, right? And I know for a fact that, as I stated in the previous video, right? I could beat Memory of Chaos barely, but now that I have huohuo, I felt like it was so much easier, because now I designate huohuo to my DOT team. Since that attack boost is absolutely massive, being able to ult more times with both Sampo and Kafka and possibly Luca, depending on what matchup I'm ending facing, it's gonna be great. As a matter of fact, now that I kind of say that out loud, I think I might bring Kafka, Luca, and huohuo to fight the Automaton Spectral Envoy, because that could be pretty good. I have never tried it before, but I'm going to give it an attempt once the new Memory of Chaos release, so stick around for that kind of content, because I'm planning on making a video as to how I attempt to clear it. I'm not gonna promise anything, but I'm gonna try my best to overcome those hurdles with all the stars, because I know that I believe I can do it, but it might take me like the 2 weeks depending on how hard the enemies are, especially because Memory of Chaos just makes them into giga sponges of damage, which is absolutely horrifying. Nonetheless, yeah, that's essentially what I wanted to get off. I just want to know, what do you guys think about these latest additions into the enemy roster for Honkai Star Rail? Do you like these enemies? Which one has been your favorite, as a matter of fact? And I kind of just want to make like a brief little announcement, because I might have like a bit of an idea for like a mini series that I want to go for this channel. Because as I was like analyzing these enemies, I kept on being fascinated, and I kind of make like a full-on analysis of them. I think it would be fun. So let me know down in the comments if you would be excited for something like that. I know that it would be something that I want to do, and if anything, even if there's not really that much support, I will still want to do something good to kind of just keep us a repository of knowledge that I think is always like nice to have. Anyways, with that being said and done, if you like this video, please sure to drop a like, a comment, or subscribe if you like this type of content. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your days, nights, morning, or whatever time zone it is for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.